I love that though. I really love that vibe a lot.
Let me look. Can you see? I always wonder that. Can I see if myself is live? Does that make that wasn't grammatically correct?
Yeah, you're live.
You can see. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We obviously are here to talk about truly the most toxic couple in the romance genre. I will fight anyone with that because it's we're talking about After and After We Collided for our After Readalong here.
Yes.
So
this has been good.
This has been real good.
This has been good.
This was a stellar plan, Cheyenne.
I was real scared. I was real scared that my image of them in my head was going to be tainted. Even though, like, I've watched the movies. Have you guys watched the movies? Right?
I haven't watched the last one yet.
I haven't either. I haven't watched the last.
Okay.
But I'm like, even then, they're terrible. The movies are so bad, but I love it so much.
I know, me too.
You know what?
Now, what?
I was just going to say, you know what? Those movies, they're enjoyable. They're not good, but they are a fun time.
They are. And they're addicting. And now that I'm reading it the second time, I'm picturing their faces from the movie, like, you know, as I'm reading, and I'm like, okay, this is not how I remember them looking too, like, and acting whenever I was reading it the first time. So such a new experience.
No. Yeah, it is a brand new experience.
You know,
even when
oh, sorry, go ahead, Nikki.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know who I love picturing the most is Zed, because like when I originally read this, like I don't think I really had much of an image of Zed in my head, but then like movie Zed, I'm like he's hot. I'm really liking picturing him in my head, and I'm kind of like maybe you should be entertaining him more.
I know, and then they didn't. I was like, oh okay, Trevor it is, but yeah.
Ew, Trevor.
But the way that he is in the movie was not what I thought he was going to look like. Like, I don't think that's the way they described him in the book, right?
I don't think so.
No, Trevor has brown hair and is like tall and stuff in the book, and then they got.
Wait, are we talking about Trevor or Zed?
Oh yeah, I think you were still talking about Zed, but both of them were kind of like interesting casting choices as far as I'm concerned. But yeah.
Hello, Tori.
Hi, Tori.
Well, okay, so we start with After the first one. So do you guys remember what you originally rated it when you read it the first, or like when did you read this the first time? Do you remember when that was?
April 2019.
I don't know. Probably 2019, 2020. I don't think I read it right when it came out, but not long after.
Yeah, like I wasn't like a Wattpad person. I didn't read it on Wattpad like a lot of people did, but 2019 for sure.
Yeah. I read it back when the first movie came out because I saw the movie first, and then I saw that it was like based off of a book, and I was like, oh, I should request that from my library, not knowing what I was getting.
Okay, so that's pretty recent. Like that's not terribly like that long ago.
No, the movie came out in 2019. The first one did.
Yeah.
Story. February 20.
I kept seeing the book on the shelf, and then I read the book first, and then the movie came out like shortly after. Like my timing was pretty on point for that whole execution. But I was like, what is this book cover? Like, what is going on with this book? And that was when I was like, does romance like this even exist? Like, what is happening here? And then I read it, I bought it on Kindle, and I was like, literally secluded myself in my apartment for like 2.5 weeks. I was like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk. I don't know you.
Yes,
so
I know.
Good.
Because you get so engrossed in their world. Like it does. It feels like a totally separate world, even though it's like basic like everyday life scenario type of thing, but they're so bad for each other. Also, I forgot how whiny and like insecure both of them are. They are so
100%.
Like, you did this. Well, no, you did this. But I'm like, just kiss and make up. Like, I just freaking love you. I don't care. You can just scream and yell at each other all you want. I just
constant hissy fits, and then Tessa just coddling him the whole time. Well, Harden.
I know. Well, why isn't he looking at me? And I thought he would be talking to me right now. And
oh my god, the part when he admits to her that he slept with Molly, when she's like, he effed Molly. 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 Like, she literally wrote it like 25.
Oh my gosh.
It sounded like the audiobook was
panic mode.
I know.
Oh my god.
Hi, Jess. I'm so glad that you're joining in on this read along. I'm so sorry that you're sick, but this is her first time reading it and she's loving it even now. So
amazing.
She's on the third book already.
I love it. I can't wait for your wrap up.
Hello, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
I was messaging Jess earlier and we were talking about it and she said, oh, she's like, the second book when Hardin sees Tess wearing Zed's clothes to bed and legit acts like his world is coming to an end. She's like, I could not stop laughing. That's so true though.
They're so dramatic. And for what? For what? Every problem they have is like world ending problem.
When Tess when she like barely talks to Zed, Hardin's like, get back, get behind me right now. Like, this is not how, or her mom, like all of a sudden he's like trying to like be superhero and like, you will not talk to her. Then his mom's like, that's her mom, Hardin. Like, what are you doing?
Take a beat, son. Take a beat. He's like,
and do you guys remember? I remember when I read this the first time, and in that scene when the mom barges in at Christmas, and Hardin's mom is there too. And then when she says, "Hardin, I thought you've changed, not again." And I remember like, he's done this to other people.
He's like, this is not the same, mother. This is not the same.
Oh my god. They are.
Man. Such drama. Such drama it is.
But it's
so
good.
The New Year's Eve party and all that.
Oh,
I was living for drunk Tessa.
I love that so much.
It's hilarious.
So much. Not her also making like 4 shots in a row in beer pong, never playing it before. And she's now like running the table. Ma'am.
She's like team leader. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
So what did you guys rate this? And I think we all listened to it on audio, but like when you guys first read it, did you guys all physically read it?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Yeah, I read the ebooks. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't really keep up with Goodreads and stuff like that like back then. So, but I think I gave the first one 4 stars this time around. I'm thinking I probably was around the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. 4 stars, 4 stars.
Yeah. I think there's something so nostalgic about the first book that it's like I almost wanted to bump it up to 5 because 4 stars was my original rating. But I think just like seeing where they started is just so good.
I think the only thing is like it's an OG classic and I'll never ever forget it. Like it's part of me, but like reading what I've read now, I don't know if I can do 5 stars. It's like I don't know, like it's but I think for nostalgic reasons, I completely understand where you're coming from. Like it's like it's a part of us. Like it's a part of us. But
I have I don't know. Their meeting just like stuck in my head. Like when he just is like kicked back on the door frame in the dorm room, like sees her in her like gray dress. Like I'm never gonna forget that. I don't know. So like,
or when she's trying to change her constant shower scene, she's like, "Can you like get out of my room?" He's like, "I'm not looking." It's like, or my favorite is when they picked her up to go to the party in the first book, and he's like, "You look like you're going to church, Teresa."
Yeah. Yes, Teresa. Yes,
so iconic.
Yes,
so iconic. I was like, "Who is this dude?" I'd never read like a possessive, like alpha. Like I literally had no background in this. I'm like, who does this guy think he is? And then I'm just like, advanced page. Like I just like blew through this. It was so toxic.
And then the first time they had sex, I was like, "There's sex in a book."
Look what you got. Look what you got.
I know. What the heck? Okay, let's get them out of there.
Oh my god. I got low-key obsessed with Anna Todd too. Like I just like I needed to know who this woman was that wrote this. I was like, who is this woman? And then she's like,
her writing's not great.
No.
You know? Like
but I got lost in the phenomenon like you know what I mean? Like of all of it.
But it shows that she can storytell and like grab you because that's hard to do, especially in such a toxic thing.
And it was like realistic how she wrote it too, like how she said, like I would just like write chapters in the grocery store. And like I was like looking at the book and I'm just like, man, 127 chapters. I'm like, like now if I saw that, I'd be like,
I know the audiobook chapter 97. Oh my god, 97.
The After We Fell one has like,
oh god,
I'm on chapter 27 right now, and it has 143 chapters in it.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
So you can.
But
feel
the chapters, the chapter lengths are like chef's kiss.
Yes.
After just finishing the book we just read with like 48-minute chapters, I'm like, no, these are refreshing. I like this. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Love, especially that first movie. That first movie slaps. I don't care. That's a fun movie. And the soundtrack to it is
classic.
Bangers.
Yeah.
So, I don't care. Okay. After We Collided. This was my favorite book when I first read the series.
Really?
Yeah. I think I loved like the groveling bit at the beginning, or like just all the over drama at the beginning
after the betrayal.
Yeah. And then Christmas time when they're putting on the fake show for his mom and then doing all of that stuff and then spending Christmas together and New Year's Eve. I loved all that drama in this one. And I still loved it again the second time around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked it the same too. I think I still wanted like a little bit more from Tessa. I wanted her to like fight back just a little bit more, like give him a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I wanted, but it wasn't enough.
Well, put him to task a little bit. She kind of just like ultimately let everything slide. There was only a couple parts where she kind of like left him for like a few days and then he would like melt down.
Yeah.
And like come back together again. Yeah.
And then even like her friends who weren't really her friends would say to her, "You're really back with him again? Like what happened? Why?"
Yeah.
But
well, I kind of moved in with them, guys.
Yeah. We're kind of living together. I can't believe he didn't tell you. He was just showing you my sheets. Like
the sheets. I remember
I can't believe Hardin like backed me into this corner like this.
I know.
Guys, I read that the first time I read this. I was reading it I was reading it at home too, but I finished it on my lunch break at work one day. And I remember sitting there in my work chair after seeing that about the sheets and everything and being like, oh, the betrayal. I was like, I need to get
I know
right now so I can get into the next book. I cannot work. I feel like I need to leave.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That whole diner scene though was like I don't think I even took a solid deep breath throughout that whole thing. I was like, what is going on? That was the first time I'd ever read like a scene with a bet like that. I was like, this is bullshit. What the hell? But
yeah. But like you get so invested in them. And I think even this time, like even like the sex scenes and stuff, I was like, oh, okay, like this not bad. I mean, not bad for I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting or like I think just like not remembering what it was like, and even watching the movies too. They can only show so much. So I'm like I don't feel like their connection as much in the movies as I did, but it was nice to like feel that again between them because you forget it after a while.
Yeah. And I think like the positioning between the first movie and the second, because of like the different screenwriters, like Anna Todd kind of jumped in on the second. Like there was a massive shift between like the feel of the first movie going into.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, she wrote the screenplay, the second one with like what's his name, Mario something, and she wrote it. So there was like it was very true to the book, but people were complaining that Tessa was a bit too out there based on what her character was like in the book. So yeah, but they definitely ramped up the sexy time in the second movie.
Yeah.
I totally agree with this because he is absolute garbage, but yet I'm like, I would make all the allowances for this man. So
yeah.
And I think it felt so real. Like I think Cheyenne, you said that, like it felt like you were a part of their life. So I think that's why I couldn't put it down. Like as much as it was far-fetched, it still felt so real that they were all going to school and she got caught up with this guy and they just couldn't leave each other alone. And I'm like, tell me more. Like I was just like, ugh.
Well, and it was nice to see, not nice, that's not the right word for it. It was like I loved seeing him pine after her. Even when like he was acting like he didn't care, he was still secretly pining and like trying to pretend like he wasn't feeling that way towards her, like not sharing that they were living together and all the reasons why she was insecure in the beginning. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, like Tessa's mine. That's my girl. She's mine. And then finally admitting to it. But like you really knew it all along that he was changing. And so that's like really sweet, because for someone like him, I don't know. I love that.
Well, that's a part that stood out to me today when he was talking about how her hair was off her face and how he didn't realize like what kind of a person he was slowly becoming. It happened so fast, but he's like how much he really wanted just to see her beautiful face and have her hair off, and he didn't even recognize himself. So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's easy to get so like feeling like you're such a part of the story when, to be honest, the writing is so like day to day and like task to task that you're like going with her to shower, you're going with them grocery shopping, you're going with them like cleaning, you're literally doing everything with these characters that they're doing. So it's not even like a few weeks later Hardin and I had gotten over our issues. It's like, no, you literally see them scene by scene working it out, which I think is one of the reasons why the book is so long and it gets kind of repetitive, but it really makes you feel like you're so into the story, because it really is just like every task you're right there with them.
But it's kind of nice for a change of pace, because most books we read now are not like that. So I kind of did enjoy knowing everything that was happening and feeling like you were experiencing it.
Yeah, you felt like a third person in the couple.
Yeah,
like literally like a fly on the wall in everything what they were doing. Yeah. Massively character driven.
Was there a lot of drama around the movies?
Well, I think the original Tessa wasn't who was cast.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, they had someone else cast. I have to thank lovely like Laura for all of my facts, because when I first read these books, I found her channel and she was low-key obsessed, and that made me low-key obsessed. So then I was like watching all of her movie updates. Yeah, apparently they had some other actress cast, and then they had cast Josephine Langford, but I'm not really sure like about any other drama. Vanessa, what other drama?
She's how I found BookTube, because I literally searched in Google books like after I finished.
That's what I did too. That's what I did too. Literally, I was like, I don't know what to do with my life. What am I supposed to do right now? I need more. Like,
yeah.
I do understand that. I think because the movies are like so, or the books are so ingrained in my head, that I feel like I almost have two completely separate experiences with either of them. That I don't feel like there's a lot of crossover between them in my brain, but I do get that.
Yeah, but I think reading the books first and then watching the movies makes it better. Even though like you're secretly like, okay, they're forgetting this, like this part is obviously not in it. But you know what to expect, and so like seeing what's in your head come to life a little bit is rewarding.
I am on board with the casting. Like I think Hardin and Tessa, like I think that they are Hardin and Tessa in the movies.
See, I have issues with Josephine Langford just lacking, but I talked about
well, to be honest, in that first movie though, her acting was way better than Heroes.
Yeah,
I thought 100%.
So she did better in the first movie than he did, but he has gotten like better, and I feel like she has
gotten
worse.
The progression is beautiful. Like they've both evolved, I think, but his acting is. I need to watch the last one. Definitely,
I think he was good in this last one, and she was kind of a flop. Not gonna lie, but
well, those bangs were a flop. I don't need to watch it to know that.
Jail. Someone had it out for her. Someone had it out for her.
Yeah.
Yes, Christy. Yeah. I do think that's fair. Like there are certain scenes that didn't quite live up to things, like the lake scene. Obviously, it's different from the book to the movie, and I think I kind of forgot about the scene in the book until I reread it, and then I was like, "Oh, that's like literally nothing like the scene that we get in the movie."
Yeah,
but
I can still picture what I saw in my head first reading it, and then from the movie too, and I'm like, that does not work to me.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Crazy.
So So what do we think about Noah though? Do you like he just
I mean,
I mean, he really was not even in it that long, and I'm kind of like, what was his purpose other than to like tick
other
Hardin
than
off?
give brother vibes though, like
I don't
brother
know.
vibes.
I
not
think he's more
boyfriend
so with
vibes.
the mom.
Right?
I think the mom wants
Totally.
to bang him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And I
would
think
be
he might secretly be into the mom. I think he might want an older woman.
we've
That'd be a
been
good plot
reading too
twist.
many age gaps.
Yeah,
That's why.
definitely. Definitely. There was definitely ick between him and Tessa. So I wasn't buying that for like 1 second.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like they almost did that to play up how bad, like a bad boy Hardin was, to make Noah like so kind of like, I don't know,
Noah's cardigans. But even
vanilla,
then he like
you know?
he didn't even really like fight back for her. He was just kind of like,
Not
really,
at
Tessa?
all. He was
You want
like,
me to leave?
literally,
Really?
he's like, have fun at university,
Yeah, yeah.
live your truth.
Your mother has been calling you, and she's very upset.
Her and I watch movies every night, Tessa, and she's concerned about you. You better phone home.
We're talking in like Hardin's accent.
Oh god.
Dude. Yeah. He's such a flop. I'm sorry. Like he stood no chance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's asking about Trevor.
Yes, he is still in the movies, but he played more of a like they kind of cut out Zed.
Yeah,
and
they swapped
the
Zed's
movie as
role.
being like the second love interest, and instead that's Trevor a little bit. And they kind of put, I mean, still like no one's really like an obvious second love interest. It's just they kind of like have him more at the center of Hardin's jealousy and like their issues.
I don't like that. I wanted more Zed.
Me too. And again, I think they played up the bad boy. They wanted Hardin to be more of the bad boy, and Zed was like totally emulating bad boy energy.
Mm-hmm.
So then they go to like Cole Sprouse, I think. Is it Dylan or Cole? Dylan. And he plays Trevor, and he's just like glasses, 3-piece suit. Like they totally made him like completely opposite.
Okay, in the book, he seemed like super sexy, like totally and masculine, and like
totally. When they were hanging out on the street one day talking, I had this whole vision. I was like, yeah, he's trying to get it, and she like wants
get it, girl. Yeah.
And then I get the movie, and I'm like,
oh,
what?
Shorter.
The sweet life of Zach and Cody.
Yeah. Where's your yacht or your cruise ship? Okay, go back where you came from.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh, love it. Passion. Yeah, true.
I've never watched anything on Passion Flicks before.
Neither have I.
But
all I know is it's like Elon Musk's sister, I think, that runs that.
Really?
Yeah. What's her name? I can't remember her name. It's Tosca or something, or I can't remember her first name. But yeah, it's his sister.
Wild. Wow.
I'm just full of random factoids.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. What do we think though of hey. Sorry. What do we think about Landon this time around? Because I do really like him, and I like that we get a solid friendship. I do just wish that Tessa had more women in her life though, because all of the women in her life she does not get along with. Yeah, well, and they
Karen's not terrible.
Karen's the one. And shocking that her name's Karen, but
and Hardin's mom. I just feel they just didn't really play. Like his mom was a bit more stronger in the end, but Karen, she just kind of got a back seat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I like Landon. Are you talking like just in the story or the actor, like his role, or?
Oh no, like in the book, because they changed Landon in the movies. Didn't he get recasted in the third one?
Yeah.
In the fourth one. Wild.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they did crazy with the casting between the second and the third. Everyone was different. Yeah. No, but I agree. I definitely feel like she could have like benefited from more like women in her life, and she didn't really have that at all. And like the girls that she did have in university totally like backstabbed her. So yeah.
You don't really see any like redemption or like resolution between that friendship either. So it'd be nice if she met someone. Not even, well, she kind of did meet what's her name? Christian's
Kimberly.
Yeah,
Kimberly.
She was cool. She's cool. Like she kind of took her in and helped her.
Yeah, that's true.
Has anyone read Landon's book? Doesn't he have a
No.
duet? Does he have a duet?
Isn't it before?
No, before is
I thought it
hard.
was The Brightest Star, isn't it? The Brightest, is that what it's called? The Brightest Star or something?
Wait, then what is before?
Before is Hardin's POV, certain scenes from his POV.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Have you read that one or no?
No.
Ah. It's fine.
I was just gonna say it's okay. Like it's not
special.
It's not.
Did you read it? Yeah. Did you read it before, or did you read it after? Like when?
After. Literally not before.
Did you read it before or after?
I read before, after.
Oh my god. So good.
Oh.
No, that was really the last one I read, and I don't even think I read it all. I was like completely not. I was like, I've read is what I need to read.
Okay,
so,
well then.
Yeah. Oh, Nothing More. That's what it's called. That's Landon's story. It's like a duet or something.
I don't really care though about that. I don't think.
No, not really.
And also, this is truly no shade, no tea, Todd. Like she could have written other things since this, and they could be like really, really good. I don't really have any interest in reading any more of her books. I think like this is the one series from her that it's like I will just love and treasure, but I don't really have interest in exploring more of her backlist.
Yeah. I think this kind of like made her career, and she'd be perfectly fine like not writing anymore and be set, you know?
Yeah. Well, she got a lot of opportunity from this, so yeah, she could just bank on this and get royalties, and she'd be fine.
Yeah.
Well, and did you see like a graphic novel for After released not that long ago too? So it's like they're still making money off of this original story.
Well, like Jess said that she's got her high schoolers that are reading it. She like walks into class and they have it on their desk. I'm like, so it just keeps like recirculating.
Yeah. So it's like, Jess, maybe you should be reading this with us so you can connect with your students about it.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, like out of all the books for them to pick up, what made them choose special?
And I think it's cool that you know, a young mom who was, you know, military wife from Texas, you know, was writing in her spare time to kind of like exercise her creative freedom, and then she's amassed a whole empire essentially. So good for her. I mean, yeah, I probably won't read anything else she writes, but this will forever be. And it's also inspired Wattpad. Like a lot of people like went to Wattpad after, and like all that stuff. So
yeah.
Did you guys ever used to like? Have you read anything on Wattpad?
I tried, but like, no.
No.
I know Penn Douglas put some stuff on Wattpad, I think.
Really?
Like, yeah, I think just trying stuff out. I don't think I'd have to probably search and find. I can't remember now. It was like, that was in 2019 too, I think.
I know they put Tri-Six Venom up there during Pride Month for free. So like more people had access to it.
That's cool.
They do have Smut. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's not the best, but it's pretty. It was my introduction. I remember at the time thinking like, this is revolutionaries.
Yeah, no, it was shocking. I
don't
not
think
read
it's
it
bad.
like that. Yeah,
it's not Sarah Kate, but it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's pretty solid. Exactly. Yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah, it's not closed door, so it's definitely open.
No, you think we'd be doing a readathon for Closed Door, Fade to Black books? Not us three.
All three of us.
Jeez.
That's not us. Just think how much better Magnolia Parks. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Funny Brothers, yeah. If that had some like on-page smut.
Yeah.
Next level.
You're telling me.
Yeah. I've been given too much to kind of create these scenes on my own now. Like, I want you to tell me what they're doing, and then I'll take it from there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, oh man. Yeah, this was such a good thing. Like, this brought me so much joy in times of like, you know, in between book slumps and like finding other great books, and then also getting book hangovers from like a certain small town romance author that I was not expecting to put me into a friggin' book hangover. You know what I mean? So this was like a good thing.
Yeah. I was really slumpy too. So I think, I don't know. They always say like rereading one of your favorites is good to get out of a slump, but that never works for me. But for some reason, this just
on occasion it does. I'm more moody now, so it's like I really have to find like someone's got to tell me like these are the tropes I'm looking for. Please help me because like this is what I need.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What are you guys reading right now outside of After?
Locked Inside by C. Hallman.
Oh, I saw someone was talking about that on our sprints last night that you recommended.
Yes, Kamal, we're buddy reading it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is that one about?
It's a stepbrother, like dark stepbrother romance, but there's two brothers, and then I don't know. I think it gets wild. I think the dad might get in there too. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, steady on, but like I think that's what's going on here. So a little bit of Carter vibes, not gonna lie. So I'm liking it. We'll see though, because you know, Sam Mariano's kind of in her own league. So, but I'm liking it so far. Great writing. So yeah. But the girl cannot get a break. Like these guys are dicks. So yeah. What are you guys reading?
Wait, McKay, have you read Sam Mariano?
No.
What?
Not at all.
I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure I've never heard you talk about one of her books.
Never. She's not read one.
What's happening?
Oh. Ew, that's scaring me. What are you looking at?
Just one. Aria just like lunged at the glass and is like going crazy, and I can't see if there's something like
it's probably a bug.
Girl, don't play with me.
It's a bug. I know you don't like bugs. It's probably a bug.
No, I'm thinking of like a predator coming after me.
Oh.
I don't know what he sees. Well, Dorian's going to go investigate with her. Okay, anyways. No, I have not read Sam Mariano, but I will one day.
Like now. Soon. Did you start Brutal Prince?
No, I'm reading
this will be interesting.
I started Vibe instead, but I'm gonna start Brutal Prince next.
Okay. Very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this because I haven't read any of them except.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I've read The Sinner's Duet and I've read The Bully out of the Kingmakers because like I don't know the rules. I just shared it. Someone just finally shared it tonight. They're like this is me reading book 3 in a series because like I'm all about the moody tropes. So yeah.
Yep.
But no, I can't wait to see you guys' vlogs because I want to know your opinions.
Have you started Brutal Prince, Cheyenne?
No. I don't know when I'm going to yet. I bought the audio for it, but probably.
Look at this audio life. Live in her audio era. She's in her audio era.
I know. Who am I? Who am I?
Who is she?
I know. I might start it this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm still reading a Megan Quinn book. I know you guys don't read Megan Quinn.
Yeah, but that one about like the.
I'm curious.
It's like Princess Diaries. Yeah.
Oh, I heard you talking about this. Okay.
She writes smut real good.
Is she?
Real good.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've read a rom-com too, and I was like, I just have to. That was when I was slumpy, and I read her one of her Marriage in Trouble ones that she just came out with. What is it? I'm looking at my shelves because I already have the paperback. Untying the Knot.
Oh.
Untying the Knot. It was real good. Real good.
Okay.
This one's good. It's just slow. It's slow. Her books are long, but it's finally picking up.
Okay. Oh, Ash City. That's right.
Yeah, this is in the Scouts anthology. If anyone bought that,
I read part of it. I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was good, especially for being like a short, like no previous characters from another one of the books. You know, it was like brand new characters, brand new story, brand new world, and it was cool. That.
Yes.
Nikki, I wish you well on that journey because.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
When?
I'm gonna try and do it for your read along.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, because I want to be like in the vibes, right? I want to have support.
Yeah, I read that entire series in like 4 days.
But I love that for you. Yeah. I love that for you. I want that for me.
Yeah, you just can't stop.
No,
and they're like 500 to 600 pages.
They're huge.
Okay, but that's the energy that I want, right? That's
just take off work. Take off work.
Okay.
No
responsibility. First week of vacation on my first job. I need some time off.
First month on, 4 days off, please, to complete a series. This is
Where are you going? I'm going to New Jersey or no, wherever it's based. I can't remember. Is it New Jersey? I read a little bit of the first book. Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's such a vibe though. The Still Kind of Matakova. That's like the entire series. It's like, yeah, Still Kind of Matakova. Even when you love him, it's still like, Actually, you know who toxic couple? I'd probably put Rhea and Kova right behind Hardin and Tessa for like most toxic couple alert because they again are so back and forth, hot and cold.
Yeah, but they have more this like undenying like epic love. Rhea and Kova do.
Definitely do. But they're just as like messy.
Yeah, they just screw with each other. Although, like, I feel like Rhea could have been a lot more. She could have like explored a little bit more than she did. You know what I mean?
Rhea.
There wasn't very, other than like Hayden, there wasn't very many other like love interests. I feel like she could have like ruffled Kova's feathers a little more.
She could have gotten more.
That would have made it real good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was real good, but I mean, like.
Yeah, but I like a good poke though. Like I like to provoke a little bit.
Yeah.
Like just provoke them, get something going.
That's what I've like. Okay, maybe you guys can give me some recs. That's what I've been wanting is like, I want like the kind of like what was meant to be. Like she's with somebody else. But I'm running out of fresh options because I feel like I've read them all.
Let me think about it.
Well, obviously
I'll send you some. There must be something else.
Yeah. I want like the possessiveness, but I want to, like for him to hurt because she's with someone else.
100%.
Yeah.
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 You looking at your shelf?
Yeah. But I
just looking at it through my camera.
Have you guys read Dancing with Sin by Alexandria?
I need to finish that. I did that was a try chapter for me, and that's right up my alley because I'm totally into the sister's fiance thing.
It's so good.
Down with it.
It's so
okay.
Good.
Okay. I will read it.
And it's long too, but it's like one of those ones that has to be because it's like the family dynamic. Like you have to, when you're engaged, you have to work out all the issues, but it's so good.
That's like superior. That's becoming superior to me. I love that forbidden. Like that's it's too good. Like it's not just like she's like, effed around with someone like this is specific. And I like not even that they start off that way, but it's like so the consequences are so good.
Yeah. I've been hooked on Marriage in Trouble, like all the marriage, like arranged marriage, Marriage of Convenience. Pretty much my entire wrap up. I was like, oh, this is another one. Like,
I'm so happy that you liked Inhale Exhale.
Like C.L. Matthews and we talk all the time.
I know, right? I knew you would like it. You just had to give it a go because I know when I first wrecked it, you were like, Kale, I'm not fully there in the headspace yet, but then I think you just had to be ready for it.
Yeah.
But I was like, buckle up, Buttercup.
The writing like threw me off a little bit. Like it was very at first it was like confusing, and then I started to like it, and I was like, oh wait, who's talking right now? And like
I know what you mean.
Are we present? But you can just tell like she has her own thing going for her, and it works. But this was when we were at Shameless, and I'm telling you, I was like illegally driving. I was like,
oh,
I have to read.
Nikki, you have to read that one.
Second,
like, no, I love that feeling though. That's such a good feeling. McKay, you should check that one out.
I know.
Oh, she already knows all this shit. Tell her this all the time. She's like, listen, I already got like your list, okay? Like, but no, I want books like that too.
Yeah, I know. And that's what when I'm like talking about angst, that's what I want. And some people don't understand it. You guys,
no, I get it. I totally get you because that's exactly what I like. So I'll have a look through my Goodreads and I'll send you a message.
I almost started that Into the Black Oak like 3 times probably.
You gotta just be in the headset for that. That was a wild ride. So I don't know. I don't even know how I fully 100% feel about it. I didn't hate it. It's just it's just wild.
I like all the reviews. People were like, both guys were terrible. Like they were saying that they would be fine if she ended up with nobody.
It was just dramatic. Super dramatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to not read the reviews.
Well, that's what I was telling McKay the other day. I have to just like, I almost get impulsive on Goodreads, and then I'm like, no, because then I get impressionable, and then I have to stop. So
Yeah. But I don't want to go in blind either.
yeah. Oh no, me either.
Sorry, McKay, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna answer this. Yes, they are leaving KU. She only put them on there for 3 months. So right here, they went on October 1st. So limited time.
She asked what Dancing with Sin. It's by Alexandria Lee. She's super cool too. She like subscribed to us on YouTube, and she's like, you guys are
Aww.
like, yeah, she's just super cool. You can tell she's just like trying to network and is like hungry to learn the ropes of everything, and it was cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Super genuine. Yeah. Yeah, marriage and trouble is like kryptonite for me.
Yeah. I can see that. It
could have been ramped up a bit. I think I got caught up in just like, I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but there was, some stuff going on there that I wasn't really fully expecting.
Yeah.
It snuck up on, a little bit, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the second one though, Breathe.
Yeah, that's
follows Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You
should read that one.
That one I heard was better.
Pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
McKay, are you listening?
For what? Is it what?
Inhale, exhale, breathe. Add those to your list.
I have the one by her, the Rockstar one, on my list.
The music one, or is it?
Music Lights and Ever After. That one is.
I need to read that one too.
Chocked full of triggers, but it's her. Her writing is. It's also progressed, and this one is so diverse too. I really appreciated that, but it's pretty good.
2023. I can't.
Oh yeah, my pretty good means like good. So yeah.
2023.
No, because just with the Anastasia live with Sophie Lark, she was like, "Do you want to join that?" And I was like, "I quite literally can't read Anastasia that fast." I'm like, I'm not even going to be able to get to that book this month. It's like I can't.
It's a big one too. It's like 600 pages, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's like I can't add any more books to this year. It's all for next year.
Listen, I have to reread Heartless. I have to reread a ton of things this month. Ain't nobody got time. My holidays are just
Wait, why do you have to reread Heartless?
Because I want to.
Oh, you got something up your sleeve.
Well, no. I'm just it's in my favorites of the year. I just want to treat myself, It's the holiday.
I want to annotate it.
Yeah, that would be fun. Mm-hmm. That would be fun.
And I don't annotate books, but I want to I think Tori's doing that. She's reading little bits at a time.
Yeah.
It was good, right, McKay? It was so good.
I talked about it in my wrap up. I was like, this was fire. This was 5 stars.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Cowboy Fire.
I mean, it wasn't my favorite. It was probably my 3rd favorite of the month. It was going up against 2 other knockouts. So
do you think it'll be in your favorites of the year?
No, probably not. I pretty much have my 10. Though, Where the Mountains Meet the Sea was the one that disrupted that and was okay, someone's gonna have to move. But I think my 10's pretty locked in at this point.
So you're not doing 22, you're doing 10?
Yeah, I'll do 10. I did 22 books.
That's a good number. I don't know if I can do 22. I don't think I have 22. That would rank up to be favorites.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll do 10. And then a few honorable mentions. But are you guys going to do videos like that? Your top 10 or top something?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm going to. I have a list. But
are you doing Vlogmas?
I can't. I just don't have, unfortunately, I can't.
I can't either. People are listening every day. Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
If I didn't have to edit.
I know.
Well, you could just upload.
I could,
Take your
yeah.
videos, just upload them straight up there.
I could.
I'm not interesting enough to do Vlogmas. I don't do enough during the day. Like I work and then I read and I watch TV and I hang with the cat. Like what am I gonna vlog? I don't do enough.
Tori is a good idea. I think she's gonna do it like once a week. That's realistic because you
Yeah.
can kind of capture your week. But every day, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you would literally just be coming to work with me. That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would watch your kitty content. And Cheyenne, your youngest, that Santa picture, stop it right now.
So cute.
Stop it right now. That face, he is like you have beautiful children, I have to say, but like his face, that is a classic meme photo. Like that's amazing.
I'm not kidding you. We're like, he has no idea who Santa is. So we're at Bass Pro and he's just going around everywhere telling everybody, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. He has no idea what Christmas is. And then we get up in line and he sees Santa and he's like, that's Santa? I'm like, yeah, like you're going to go sit with him. And he's like, okay. Sits on the bench and you see him like looking back like this. And he's like, we're like, okay, you're going to like smile for the picture. So Max and I are standing back and he's like, and you could see he was just like, I'm trying to be like a good sport about it. And then like slowly just fading, like grabbing Haven's hand. And Haven's like, I don't think he likes him, Mom. And I'm like, this is freaking hilarious. Like I was dying laughing.
Put his hand on
I know.
leg.
I know.
That's like that one where that reporter was interviewing that little kid and she's like, how are you doing? And he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then he's just like,
he was just trying so hard. Like, I'm going to do this for you, Mom, and I'm just going to toughen it out. But, like, it's not working anymore. Like, I can't hold it in.
He's such a little angel. That's, like,
He's
the
so
best.
cute.
Anyways, that just, like, was a highlight when I saw that. So good. But anyways, 'tis the season.
That's a good
romance. Yeah.
Caitlin was asking me, Cityscape, I need to finish that series. Caitlin was asking me one where they cheat on each other, but they go back to each other and they don't go to the one that they cheated with. And I'm like, well, there's forget me not. So they cheat. So one of them cheats, but then they stay together.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, there's like forget me not. And I had to really think about that because usually they do like leave. So
I mean, like, technically, but she's already read off. I was gonna say, like, technically, Rhea and Kova kind of like cheat on each other, but she's already read that. I don't know.
I'm gonna know in a second.
Hi, sweet girl.
Sweet.
All your perfects, kind of, but like that's not. I don't know. That's not like super angsty. Oh, Magnolia Parks. Tori's got it right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's like probably the most recent one. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, that was so obvious. Literally, my brain is not on that level.
No. Oh.
Yeah, I can't think right now. I don't know what's happening to me.
It's okay. We've all had a full day already, so yeah. Yeah. But I just finished reading How the Heart Breaks by Stacy Marie Brown.
Oh,
and it's like that one was really good. That was like it's reverse age gap, but she falls for her niece's like assistant football coach in high school. Like he was held back a year, but he's like older, he's like more mature. And it was really good. The tension in it was like solid.
Oh, good.
And it was like that forbidden factor of like them hiding it. And I was like, yeah, you hide it. Yeah, you look around the corner. That's what I want too, is like I want to actually for it to feel forbidden. You know what I mean? Like they're so like they cannot handle like getting caught or someone's on the other side of the door or something. Like legitimately. Like I need that whole I love it.
Like when the stakes are high.
Yeah, like it's like everything's gonna fall apart here.
Have you read Seek Me by Nyla K?
No.
I know, McKay, you're like done with Nyla K.
We've talked about this one though.
This is like one that I'm like, I don't know if I loved it or if I hated it, but it was addicting. I could not stop. The heroine, she ends up getting married when she's really young, and she marries this doctor who like kind of like grooms her. Like he does like this whole grooming thing, and he's very like physically abusive, verbally abusive, all the things. And she ends up meeting this like celebrity. I can't even remember what he does. Like she's trying to find a plan to leave her husband. She ends up meeting the hero, and like they have this like friendship, but like wants it to be more. And she ends up he like helps her try to leave her husband, but like they're like together at the same time. But then she's like going home to her husband, and it's so good. I can't even explain it, but like some of the best sex scenes I have ever read in my entire life too. Like it was great.
Nyla Kay doesn't hold back. I trust you on that.
Yeah.
Her spices. I mean, and that it's interesting that it's actually male female, because usually her jams like male, right? So
I know.
No, I'm interested. I already marked it to be read. Done.
Did you like that cover, Nikki?
The cover's so bad.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
Are there other editions, or is that the only one?
I don't know.
No, they're both the same.
Shameless, and
she was dreadful.
She was different. She was interesting.
Oh, was she at Shameless?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, like she's just quirky, so you can like I can tell where her, I don't know, her vision comes from.
Yeah, she's a good writer. I think she's just hit or miss. That's all.
Yeah. That was a miss for you.
I was gonna say kind of like one big miss and maybe like a half miss, half hit.
Yeah, I like Push. I think that's the only one I've really like fully liked.
I'd like to read that one.
Yeah. Yep. I want a good forbidden angsty one, and I want like a really emotional one too. And if it's all of it, perfect.
Well, emotional, Where the Mountains Meet the Sea.
Yeah, I added it to my TBR.
Let it rest.
My only concern is that are they going to be kids for too long? Because that's okay. Are they kids for a long time?
Part 1, because that was kind of driving me crazy in the beginning. Part 1 is 161 pages, and it's covering them ages 6 and 7, and then middle school, and then high school during that 161 page period. So you get like a mix of ages, obviously, in that time, but it is like
okay. I'm still gonna give it a go. I'm still going in with an open mind, but that's usually I'm like, yeah.
I think you should read Dancing with Sin.
Yeah.
You said you read how far into it?
Not very far. I was like try a chapter, like first chapter, because I found out like what the trope was, and that's like my first. I'm like, yes, please. But I think I was just like, you know, a moody hoe, you know.
Yeah.
Like getting distracted again.
When the other one that I really liked was Forever After All. That was so good. It was Marriage of Convenience.
Who writes that?
Katharina Mora.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've heard of her. What does she do? Her mom has been in a coma for like 8 years, and she has basically been providing for her mom and like paying for her care the entire time, like blew her entire trust fund to care for her, and then it finally runs out, and like her family disowns her, says like, okay, your mom's like brain dead, we're not gonna support her anymore. So she goes to this gentleman's club and like tries to sell herself essentially for it, and then finds like her childhood friend, and then he offers to marry her. So, but it was like I was crying. It was everything. It was so good. So good.
Okay.
Yeah. All the things in it.
Oh yeah, I think you just talked about that one in your video. Okay, I marked it to be read.
I do want to read Dancing with Sin. I think that sounds really good. I remember it was that one, Cheyenne, that you had in the cheating wreck video.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's like one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that was one back then that I was like, oh, I need to prioritize this. And then of course it's just gotten lost.
Yeah.
But I'm
It's
gonna try to be
overwhelming.
better
There's-
next year about not committing to like so many things and just getting to read whatever books I feel like reading more.
Yeah, because then it just takes the fun out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. Because there's just so many. And then it's like I read books and then I'm like, I can't believe I'm just reading this now. You know, this book has been floating out there in like the ether and I've just like gotten my hands on it. And it's like the best book I've ever read,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
That's
Well,
like
yeah.
that's what happens with me all the time is I'm constantly like while I'm reading a book, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to read this one when I'm done. And then I finish and I'm like, oh, nothing sounds good. What do I have to read? Like I have nothing. I have nothing to read.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we're literally surrounded by like so many lists and so many people talking about books. And I'm like, it has to hit some sort of sweet spot. Like yeah.
Yeah, I especially want to slow down. Like I set a big goal for myself and I'm going to reach it this year, but then next year, because I feel like then there are so many books this year that I put off because I'm like, oh, that's like a 600-page book. And I don't have time to read that because I got to keep going with my goals. And that 600-page book could very well be my next favorite book, but I put it off because I'm like, oh, I got to keep going for my reading goal. So I want to just be able to read the big books and just take the time to like enjoy them and not feel like I have to like just get through them just to add another number.
Well, yeah, and it'll also come through when you talk about them too, right? Because like they just mean that much more too.
Yeah.
So I think it's Alexandria Lee, I think.
Yeah.
Right, Cheyenne?
Yep, Alexandria Lee.
Oh. Well, then
Yeah, that's it.
Alexandria, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
I love the sister's fiance or like
Yeah.
sister's boyfriend. Oh, so good.
It's a trope I never knew that I needed, really.
Mm-hmm. That was me with
What did I read? I read a FFM, like novella. That was good.
Ooh. Say more.
It was like one of the girls, she dated the guy in high school or something like that, and something happened between them. And then she ends up meeting his wife, like in a shop, and that's like, then she finds out that that's who, you get the connection.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, and then the wife is like, hey, let's invite her into our marriage. I was like,
oh,
so good.
Hold on, I need to find this.
Yeah, find the title. I think the only FFM book, and it's not even like the full book, but there are scenes in it, is it 3 Simple Rules by Nikki Sloan? That one has some M or some FFM.
It's MFF, whatever, however you say it. It's called Pierce My Heart by Art Sapphire.
Oh, I've heard of Art Sapphire. I've heard about Art from you, I believe.
That's it.
So Pierce My Heart.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
It's a novella.
Okay.
It was good.
Oh, I kind of like the cover. That's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and roll vibes.
Nice.
The words is quite literally incredible.
Yes, it is.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Do you guys want to see the novella that I'm going to be reading tonight? Because I don't feel like reading Vibe. This is the next one that I'm reading for the
This vlog is going to give us the Christmas cheer we're looking for. Okay.
I genuinely want to know when she designed that cover, and she was like, that is beautiful.
That looks like a catalog photo. That's a little bit more risque, like a catalog lingerie model.
Did you just get one of those NGL messages too? They must message at the same time.
Yeah, every night at 8.
So yeah, I did too. And also, when do those links expire? Because people are still asking me questions, and I did that like a month ago.
I get like random ones, but then
I just wonder how the link. Because if I put it in my story, like, how else can they find it?
And how do they still have it? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I'm still getting like these random questions, and I'm like, oh, so yeah.
What is Stitches?
Yeah, Stitches is good.
This cover.
Yeah,
Stitches is like one of her only ones that's like not severely fucked up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
MFM. Love.
Yeah, it's really good. I need to reread that. It's been a while since I've read that one.
I have talked about that so much lately. I feel like until I'm blue in the face. You're just like
McKay and Sam Mariano. I don't even know how many. Like, I can't even go there.
it's like she's got blinders on. I'm like,
she literally has the blinders, and I'm just like, it's fine if you don't love me. You can just say it.
No, I think here's the thing is like I hear these books, I hear you guys talking about these books, and I hear it so much that then I just like I literally think my brain skips over these things.
She like blacks us out, like we're blacked out.
It does because it's like I know I need to read them, like I know I do. Like Take Me With You, Even If It Hurts, Untouchable, like all these books I know I need to read. I just like. Guys, I don't like the peer pressure.
But we wouldn't continue if you just read one. You know?
Yeah.
You know what?
You know, Sam pressured me about
McKay. I love you.
For forever. For forever. Probably 6 months. Every single day I heard, when are you reading ACOTAR?
Yeah.
I finally did it.
When are you going to read ACOMAF?
I don't know, but we're not starting that because
See?
I accomplished one task and that's enough.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I haven't read the Off Balance series either. So, you know, whatever.
It's just, I just need to do it on my own.
I feel like I talk to her though. Like I'll say, like, I'll talk about Sam Mariano and then it's almost like she just like flips the subject. Like she'll skate around it and then she'll be like, so like, what are you reading? And I'm like, did you not just hear what I said? I'm asking you for the 5,000th time to read Untouchable. Oh no, like that's what I did yesterday. And she just talks about something else.
Because you like bully romance, right?
I like Sam Mariano bully, but yeah, no, I think you'd like her. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you would like Stitches.
Why don't I give you guys the name of my ex-boyfriend and you guys can all just get together and talk about how the more you tell me to do something, the more I don't do it. And it frustrates you. And y'all can chat about that.
No. You'll read it when you're ready. It's fine. And I'll read the Off Balance, but I'm going to read that when you guys do your read along.
Hey, I read Heartless, didn't I? I read that.
Yes, you did.
Into that and I read it. So...
Yeah, I think you had FOMO on that because that was when it like blew up.
I did. See, Tori, you just gotta like give it another go.
We can read it together, Tori.
We'll all read it together.
Yeah. I'm excited to read it.
You know what? If I don't read these books that you guys have been telling me in 2023, then you have full permission to flame me. But just give me next year.
You know what? After you read whatever you want to read.
You know what? I'm gonna build my January TBR and it's gonna be all these books, and then I'll be like, look, I've read every single book you guys have been telling me.
Can you imagine if you did your TBR and it was like every book by Sam Mariano? I think you'd probably like give me like a female heart on or something. Whoops.
You need to do a TBR of every book that people drive me nuts about reading.
Yeah, there you go.
Do a video.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? I like that idea. Please submit your, since I glaze over, I'll talk about it. Please submit to the DMs / text messages.
No, you need to go off of your head of like this book. I don't hear the end of it. Like, this is my 2023, like, fulfill my friends' wishes.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. We'll do it. And we haven't announced yet, but it's going to be in January, like January, February timeline.
Perfect.
That'll probably be announced like, end of this month. First thing in the new year.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Alrighty, y'all. Nice. Cheyenne, I'm shocked, Cheyenne, you haven't fallen asleep yet. Because
it's
right there. So
great.
We will hop off here, but who has it next week? Which one of you two has the next live show? Nikki? All right. Nikki's channel next Thursday, same time for After We Fell. And then the following week on the 15th, Cheyenne's channel for
The grand finale.
After
After
every
happy.
So, all right. Well, thanks
This was
everyone
fun,
for
guys.
joining us.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Happy
Bye.
reading.
Happy reading.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.